Did you know one of the top psychiatrists in America claims he witnessed real demonic possession? His name is Dr. Richard Gallagher, a Yale-trained, board-certified psychiatrist who taught at Columbia and New York Medical College. Not some back-alley ghost hunter, a serious academic. He was once asked by Catholic priests to evaluate a woman who called herself the Queen of Satan. The night before their first meeting, Gallagher's two calm, docile cats suddenly attacked each other in a violent frenzy, something they had never done before. The very next day, when Gallagher walked into the room, this woman looked him straight in the eye and smirked. "How did you like the cats last night?" How could she have known?
If he were telling the truth, he wouldn't have told us.
Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if he told us.
Oh, and if you enjoy edgy content like this, please hit the like, follow, and share for more great content. Gallagher says she also demonstrated hidden knowledge about people's lives, spoken languages she never studied, witnessed levitation, and exhibited things no psychiatric disorder could explain. He wrote all this down in his book, Demonic Foes. Skeptics can laugh and say, that never happened. But remember, this isn't coming from a gullible fanatic, it's coming from a highly respected psychiatrist who put his career and reputation on the line to tell the truth. Dr. Gallagher once said, "I don't believe in this stuff because I'm Catholic. I try to follow the evidence." It's clear that he was a psychiatrist before he was a Catholic, and that he wasn't trying to be biased simply because his Catholic faith was his paradigm over naturalism. But as Scripture already warned us, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. This already tells us that naturalism will not be able to account for what we wrestle against. Now here's the part most people miss. Gallagher's story proves the unseen realm is real, but like so many before him, he leaned on his Catholic tradition, not on Christ himself. He spoke of God, the church, and demons, but never once publicly proclaimed Jesus is Lord. Though I respect him highly for his profession, I must still point out the ignorance in his understanding of God in the Bible. One quote that made me feel like his understanding is that of a Catholic priest from medieval times is this: Jesus was clearly the most effective exorcist in history. The church still uses that power to this day. And when it comes to addressing the demonic realm, he said, "I don't feel fearful. I believe I am on the winning side." These quotes reek of ignorance when it comes to true knowledge of Jesus Christ. It reminds me of Apollos in Acts 18, brilliant, eloquent, mighty in the scriptures, but incomplete until Priscilla and Aquila pulled him aside and explained the way of God more accurately. Gallagher had knowledge. He even helped expose the enemy. But without confessing Jesus before men, all of that brilliance is still in danger of being lost. Because Jesus himself said, "If you do not confess me before men, I will not confess you before my Father." The battle is real. The question is, are you standing with religion, fascination, and old wives' tales? Or are you standing with the only name demons actually fear? Jesus Christ. It's funny because the world would rather listen to the hive mind of scientists who just go with the flow in order to secure their futures and don't realize they could care less about the people they're influencing. Just take a look at Dr. Lee Cronin. He came on a TED Talk to say that everyone that has created life in a lab has cheated. This is an absolute blatant lie that has severely impacted the world of NPCs into believing we've actually succeeded in reproducing abiogenesis or chemical evolution. He received $43 million in funding only to reproduce an elementary science project that demonstrated the Marangoni effect. You think he cares about educating the people? No! It's about securing his future, children. He does not care about you NPCs. And when he says completely false things like everyone that created life in a lab has cheated, it only makes these NPCs think that we've actually succeeded in this. Even with cheating, no lab has produced life. That's just the facts. It's not about the education for them. It's about securing their tenure. But when one of them steps out, the NPCs come out and have a frenzy. So before you type your NPC comments of, "Aw, this never happened," just know you're an NPC, and this video was clearly not for you, but for everyone else, the ones hungry for truth over programming. Please like, follow, and share for more content like this. Until next time, the Faceless Prophet out.
If he were telling the truth, he wouldn't have told us.
Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if he told us.